this was a client that I've had previously, maybe like 2, 3 years ago, and she reached back out to me and was just, I'm overwhelmed, Steph. I need your help. Please come help me. And so I went over to her house and we put hands on things in her living room. And then I did her son's room. The son and daughter share like a workout room. And then she had left to go to work and I went to her craft room. And as you can see, when you first walk into this space, it was covered and there was no maneuverability. There was no organization. It's like anything that was craft related was tossed into this space. And the son also did all of his 3D printing from the little station here as well. And that was organized to a certain extent, but also just things thrown in there willy nilly. And so the goal that we had was to organize. And so the goal with any room, no matter where you're at, this can be your garage, kitchen, craft room, bedroom, etc. You're going to place hands on every item in that space and you're going to decide, do I keep this or do I let it go? That's it. That's the simplicity of home organizing. And then if it leaves, is it being trashed, recycled, donated? Are you returning it somewhere, whether to a store, a friend, you borrowed it, etc.? Are you selling it? And then if it stays in your house, where will it be living? You have to assign a home to every item in your house. And this is so that you know exactly where it goes and that everyone in your house knows exactly where it goes. And so we want to assign homes to everything. And that is the secret to organizing systems, is creating and assigning that home. And so when I'm in a space like this, she's not home. I can't ask her questions. I have no idea what she's keeping. So I'm going to assume fairly positively that we're keeping everything. I may leave her a pile of, I think this is trash. Can we trash it? But I'm going to put hands on everything in this space. And so you just start. It doesn't matter where you start. Pick a corner. Pick a left, front, side, back. It really honestly doesn't matter because, again, you're placing hands on everything in that space. And so have fun, go at it. And so with this one, I just started diving in and sorting and categorizing. I was trying to make sense of what is happening here. And so as you can see on the left side, we have a bunch of supplies. So she had tile, extra trim tile. She had like 6 different boxes of tile for different areas of the house. And so I just stacked this and I wrote on the outside which color it is inside, just so that she would have easy access. And I hid it. Odds are she's not going to access this often. It's for a client and or if they decide to do a home renovation, it's like excess, right? And so lower or higher is best, but because it's heavy, lower is where I went. So for the son's 3D printer, I didn't delve too much into this area because he wanted to do it. I just kind of gave him a slight system of like, hey, here are your colors that you can see them. Ideally, they do align. All your tools are in one place together. And then the things that you've made, I put together as well. And I suggested that he buy a shelf, which he can put on the wall and display these so they don't take up the prime real estate of where all of his tools and supplies go. And this is like a craft closet. So this was extra supplies for balloons, for tissue paper and like party supplies, extra ribbon for gift wrapping, and then like kind of miscellaneous cleaning is what I put on the bottom. And then you have extra napkins. Again, it's that entertainment. And then the gift wrap, stationery, kind of like a send thank you notes or invitations even. And then the random Christmas. We had to find a place for it, so I put it up tall. This can also go, again, high, or bottom. And then this one is kind of excess. So ideally, if she was there, we probably would have donated 75% of these items because they're not being utilized in other places in the house. But she wasn't there for me to ask. And so I just put it in here and I left her a note to go through this and potentially donate and get rid of. But we had the extra like miscellaneous supplies. So that could be screws, the extra tools you get when you have to put a shelf together type thing, a shower shelf. You have the different stands that maybe she used in the past, but she's not using now. And so she can keep those. If she will use them again in the future or she likes to switch things out, keep them. But if they were used, found lacking, and then something else bought to replace the purpose, it's time to get rid of them. And I would even suggest starting and keeping a donation pile somewhere in your house so that, or a bin, a box, bag, etc., so that when you do come across an item that no longer aligns with who you are and what you need in your life, just drop it in that donation pail, bin, etc., and let it go. And so that was that. And then we have essentially the tools section. So a lot of crafting was just put into one tiny bin, and that was gems or different scissors that have like the design on it, things like that. The label maker goes in there, and then electronics is anything electronic-y that I found. Again, I would have gone through this with her, most likely reduced some items and or shift to a different part of the house. But for this moment, because she was not there, it's now organized neatly so she can make the decision. And her coming into this room where things are labeled and we've touched hands on everything and it's categorized together is a lot quicker for her to organize and decide what to donate than her going into that original room. And then you have office supplies at the towards the bottom. So like the glue, the paper clips, postcards, you have construction paper, folders, and then the very bottom, she has to go through this, is jewelry and sewing. And so again, we're just categorizing, we're putting things together. And you, because it's your stuff and you'll recognize, you'll reduce the quantity. But for me and now, it's just all is one spot. And again, our brains like to make similar decisions. So when you generally categorizing when you sort is one step. I attempt to do it together with clients, but your brain, my brain, clients' brains, they want all the jewelry together so that they can just make like one kind of categorical decision. This is all the jewelry I have. Oh, what do I like? I like these 4 pieces, which means I can get rid of these 6 pieces, right? Or you put all your office supplies together so you see that you have 7 rulers. Oh, I can definitely get rid of 6 or 5, 4, however many you want to get rid of. But you seeing how many you have of one item helps determine what you're able to get rid of because you see the abundance, and it's very good for our brains. And it's harder for us to switch from, okay, make a jewelry decision, make a crafting decision, make an office supply decision, go back to jewelry. Okay. And then, so you have to like turn your brain into a different part of the brain. But if it's all together, you're making jewelry decisions. Kind of makes sense? Okay. And then this ideally would go away, but it's the larger crafting area in supply. And again, I don't know if she needs it or not, but it's organized and categorized so that she can easily make decisions and decide if it stays or if it goes. And a lot of this was nail making, and the top shelf is all nails. And then you have the overflow of the larger construction paper. The bottom white is additional tools and supplies that maybe went for a shelf, but we hid it away so that it is contained and all together so that you don't lose part to the pieces. And voila, you have your organized crafting room. And so still decisions need to be made. She is not done. She had homework, but she arrived home that night at 10 p.m. and sent me a text and was super excited. And let's see if I can find it. Hope I'm not waking you with this message. Just got home from work and I have capitalized absolutely no idea how you got all this accomplished. You're literally a miracle worker, Stephanie. Woohoo! Glad you love it. And she responded, blown away. Thank you so much. And again, I just want to reiterate that the pure chaos initially, this took me, I think 4 hours maybe to do that. And I placed hands on every item in this room to decide where it belongs, what category it belongs in, and then to shift it to a bin to contain those categories and make decisions. And you can make all the bins look the same. They can be different. I used what she had. I didn't care if it matched. She may buy bins for the items that she's keeping. And the thing is, she comes home to this room and she's now able to make the decisions of what leaves her space and what she actually wants. And I can't tell you how many times clients tell me, I didn't even know I still had that, or I've been looking for that. And so by putting hands on everything and putting it in categorical order throughout the entire space, she and I are both able to find things. And one of the goals with organizing, just to let you say, is you want yourself to be able to find anything, but you want anyone in the household to be able to find what they're looking for and put back. Very big key. And then also, if I came in or a stranger came in or like your mother-in-law came to visit, they too would be able to find whatever it is that they're looking for. And so systems are always different. The way my brain thinks about something and the way your brain thinks about something is going to be different. And so you can't make it align to everybody that would be in that space, but you can make it kind of self-explanatory. So all of like the crafting in one area, the electronics in one area, gift wrapping would all go together. And so any category that you're using something for, so like if you're doing crafts, sometimes you could put scissors there, you could put tape and glue there, and it doesn't have to go into office supplies. It can just go pure craft. Jewels can even go there, like extra jewelry. If you are crafting with jewelry, the jewelry would go with crafts. And so you create your own system based on your habits, your needs, your desires, your wants, your likes, all those fun things. And create voila, voila, a craft room. Suit yourself. And so love this space, and I hope she's utilizing it and bringing her joy, and her son has clear space now that he can get directly to his 3D printing area as well. So hope you enjoyed. Talked super fast, and this was a fun project. I like this one. I like going in and having a ton of stuff to do and quickly being able to organize it. So blessings to you. Enjoy. Happy organizing, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments or what your latest project has been.